All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today, I just want to go into this quick article, from the BBC News and, Salakia. This is the brother Yahweh from the GMS Detroit camp, and today is Monday, June 3rd, 2024, Missile Monday. And it says, Starmer says he is prepared to use nuclear weapons. So I'm just going to go, into some of this article. I won't read the whole thing, and then bring out a few scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. So it says, Sir Keir Starmer has said he would be prepared to use nuclear weapons if needed to defend the UK as he set out Labour's defence plans. The Labour leader said security will always come first under his leadership and claimed his party has left behind Jeremy Corbyn's opposition to the Trident nuclear weapons system. If elected, Sir Keir said he would increase defence spending and update the UK's arsenal. Conservative Defence Secretary Grant Shapps said Labour represented a danger to our national security. He called Labour's pledges to protect the nuclear deterrent meaningless, given a dozen of Labour's current front bench team voted against renewing Trident in 2016 under Mr. Corbyn, including Shadow Foreign Secretary David Lammy and Deputy Labour leader Angela Rayner. Under certain times, called for a clear plan and bold action to chart a course to a secure future. Only the Conservatives offered that, he added. In the 2016 vote, Mr. Lammy cited his Christian faith when explaining why he voted against it. The Labour Party was split when the House of Commons last voted to renew the UK's Trident nuclear weapons system, with 140 of the party's 230 MPs defying leader Mr. Corbyn to back the motion. But Sir Keir, who did vote to renew Trident, claimed he had his whole shadow cabinet behind me on plans to maintain the nuclear deterrent. This is a change. Labour Party, and the most important thing is I voted in favor of a nuclear deterrent, he said. I lead from the front. I have always led from the front. Asked by BBC political editor Chris Mason if he would authorize the firing of nuclear weapons if he was the Prime Minister, Sir Keir said, we have to be prepared to use it. And, indeed, he's right. So if this man is voted to, become the Prime Minister, he's going to be one of those many world leaders that, are going to, use these weapons, because, again, he's in the right spirit. Because, again, he knows that, we're in a time of war, man. These nations know, all these world leaders know, World War III is on the brink, man. And nothing is going to stop it, And again, he's all in favor of using nuclear weapons, like he said, if he has to, and which, if he's Prime Minister, he will have to use them in the near future. It says, now nobody who aspires to be Prime Minister would set out the circumstances in which it would be used. That would be irresponsible, but it is there as a part of a vital part of our defense. But, Slakia, asked if she changed her mind since 2016, Ms. Rayner said she still believes in multilateral nuclear disarmament, arguing we should be looking at disarmament of nuclear weapons, but that has to be done in combination with other countries, which that's not going to happen, man. All these weapons that are being created are going to be used. No. It's a pretty long article. I'm just going to read a little bit more and that'll be it. So it says, Sir Keir used his speech to recommit Labour to boosting UK defence spending to 2.5% of GDP without setting a deadline. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has vowed to hit the target by 2030 if re-elected. And, that's a lot of these devils, their plans. They want to get things done by 2030. But as we know, even though this is pertaining to the UK, we know that America doesn't have another 6 years. It barely has 3. But, we have to wait and see, how long this place is still going to be left standing. So I'll just read this last couple paragraphs. It says, keeping our country safe is the bedrock of stability that the British people rightly expect from their government, Sir Keir said. He committed Labour to a nuclear triple lock, continuing to build 4 new nuclear submarines in Barrow and Furness. Maintaining Britain's at-sea deterrent and delivering all future upgrades for the submarine patrols. The Trident system, based near the Firth of Clyde, includes 4 nuclear-powered Vanguard-class submarines, missiles, and warheads. Each submarine is designed to carry 16 Trident missiles capable of delivering multiple warheads, but in recent years, they have carried 8 missiles each, with a maximum of 40 warheads per boat. The UK is already in the process of building 4 new nuclear submarines in Barrow and Furness at a cost of 31 billion euros over the lifetime of the program. The country maintains a continuous at-sea nuclear deterrent with its existing fleet. The Conservatives have also commitment to continue this policies as well as delivering future upgrades. So yeah, man, that's all I'm going to read on that. But you clearly see, again, these nations are gearing up for war, man. And that's, the UK is just one of many nations that are gearing up, that are, pretty much spending more on, nuclear weapons, man. Because, again, they know what time it is, man. They know that they're in a time of war. They know that these weapons are going to be used, Nothing is going to stop this war from happening. It's biblical prophecy, So I'm going to start on the book of Isaiah, chapter 54 and verse 16. And it says, behold, they have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And they have created the waster to destroy. And yeah, man, the modern smiths will be those scientists that are developing these nuclear weapons, man. Because as you see, they said that they're going to develop, 4 nuclear submarines, man, to be able to carry, more missiles. And, each missile is going to carry multiple warheads, man. And then that instrument that wasted to destroy, again, are these nuclear missiles, that are being developed, So I'm going to get the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, in verse 5, because again, man, as you can see, this is all you're hearing about, nuclear threats, man, because this isn't going to be a traditional war. So this is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5, and it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So yeah, man, this war, World War III, the war to end all wars, this war is going to be fought with nuclear weapons, man. Because as we know, traditional wars fought with, swords, shields, spears, bow and arrows, things of that sort, but this war is going to be fought with nuclear capabilities, man. Missiles that are going to be shot from one end of the earth to the other, man. That's the time that we're in. So I'm going to get the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and I'm going to get straight to the point, which is verse 8. And it says, "A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace." And again, that's the time that we're in, man. A time of hate and a time of war, man. Because that's all you're hearing about is wars, man. Wars that are going on in these different countries. And, World War III, this is a war, and this is what our Lord told us, was going to happen in the last days. So I'm going to get the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And yes, man, that's all you're hearing about is wars and rumors of war. Because again, right now, even though we know it's going to happen, World War III is still a rumor of war, man. Because even though technically, it's already started, but it won't be official until Russia and America are at odds with each other, are directly at war with each other, man. That's when World War III will be official, when these two nations are at war, because again, that's all you're hearing about is war in this particular time, man. It's wartime. It's getting ready to go down. But again, just like he says, man, they're trying to, that man that's pretty much running to be Prime Minister of the UK, man, he said he's going to use, these nuclear weapons, which again, ultimately, if again he's Prime Minister, he's ultimately going to be one of those many nations that are going to turn on America, man, and burn her. So I'm going to get the book of Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So yeah, man, those 10 horns pretty much being, the NATO and the EU, all these nations that America is allies with, ultimately they're going to turn on America. They're going to turn on Babylon, and they're going to shoot their missiles over here as well, man. They're going to turn on her. And again, that's pretty much what that man is saying. He's ready. He's ready to use these weapons because he knows he's going to have to use them, man. So I'm going to end it on this. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 1. And it says, "Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about." And again, these other nations are going to be against America, man. All these nations are going to be against America, and they're going to shoot their missiles over here, man. So that's pretty much it for this one. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Till the next time I see you, Shalom.